Hi guys, it's Miracle. This is the start of another reading vlog, and this is a Monday, and I'm pretty excited because I have been waiting to do a reading vlog for a while. I had a very stressful and busy the past couple of months to sum it up. I told you guys about an art project that I'm doing for the library, and it will be in display in May and June in my local library, which I'm jazzed about, and it's already up. I will show you some clips of it. I'm really happy that I got this opportunity for my art to be seen in the people in the library. It's especially meaningful to me. I think you guys will all understand. Anyhow, that was a blast. But also, my apartment was literally falling apart. Like everything is broken for a couple of times during the past 2 months, and also I personally went on a trip, so that packed all into my schedule, so that results in I didn't have time to say hi to you guys, but I am coming back to reading and I'm so excited about it. These are the books that I want to read in this vlog. I have 2 books that are on the short list of Women's Prize for Fiction this year. I've been doing the thing where I try to read all the books in the shortlist on Women's Prize for Fiction every year, and this year is not exceptional. The first book is The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. I have mixed feeling about this. She is up again. She's the winner a couple of years ago. Of the book Hamlet in the prize. I was in the minority that year, which I didn't really enjoy Hamlet. Her pacing is just like way slower to me, but this year she's back at it again with another historical fiction. So I don't know, but I might as well try. There's only one way to know, right? And this is another book on the short list, which I actually don't know very much about, but this one, I assume it will be faster than this, and yeah, these two. And this is a book which was sent to me by Penguin Random House last year, which I didn't have time to read. It's My American Sister. This is a novel about a Chinese family got separated and one of the daughters was adopted in America, which broke the family. And the father in the family years later came to America to find his daughter, and he eventually found her, but he was deported because of the undocumented status. Anyhow, it was a whole thing, and this month in May is the AAPI Heritage Month in America, which I want to read something Asian related, and this is a perfect fit. And on the same note, I will continue reading The Making of Asian America, and these books I plan to somehow finish or towards the finish in this vlog, but this one is just a long-term project for me. I might just read 20 minutes per day or something, so I don't plan to finish this, but it's very self-explanatory. And this is another book that I'm excited to get back into. I was reading this. I'm at page 220 before I put it down and got into all the crazy and busy stuff. But this is an amazing book in which I still vividly remember everything that happened in this book. The writing was so good, although it's been like 2 months. So yeah, I'm really excited about all these books. As I said, it's a Monday, it's actually lunchtime, so I'm gonna make something for myself. But before that, I do want to have a discussion. This morning, I attended a little lecture or like seminar about AI and art, the relationship of that, and I found out I'm actually a little bit more friendlier to AI than a lot of the artists who attended. A lot of the artists are really mad at the whole thing because, you know, there's a lot of logistic thing around AI, and also the it's just a too complicated right now and very bizarre situation. I want to know what you guys think, if you have any thoughts on that. To me, it's like I feel like in the future, art, like traditional art in any format, will be coexisting with AI art for sure. And of course, we'll have like a lot of like job shifting and all of that, but it's not something that we should be super mad about. Like, I'm not in, like, I don't know how to phrase it, but I'm not like completely happy about it either, but I'm excited about the technology. which I know a lot of my artist friends may not agree. So please let me know what you think. But I also feel like I'm being super vague here, so I'm not sure what communication will spark from this. But if you have any thoughts, let me know, and I will go make some lunch. I have some air fryer eggplant and chicken, and a sparkling water in wine glasses because I cannot find my regular glasses. And I'll be reading Fire Rush a little bit during lunchtime. And if you want to somehow cook for yourself, but then you are short on time, air fryer is your best friend. Like, I used to be super skeptical about it. I thought it's just a small oven, but it's just no, it's like a game changer of everything. I know they don't really look that appetizing, but they're great. Air fryer is great. And I will be reading and having lunch. Hi friends, let me put you on the table. I want to do a quick reading update. Now is Tuesday morning, and I didn't really have a lot of time to read yesterday, but I did read about 40 pages of Fire Rush. This book dives right into action, and we are introduced to so many characters, and to be honest, I am a little bit lost of what the book is going to be about, because in the beginning, like I said, the book dive right into the action, but so far all their actions is a little bit confusing. I gather they are interesting and complicated relationships, friendships among the characters, and some jealousy between them, some tensions, but I don't really see where this tension is gonna be going. And this is a historical fiction set in 1980. Oh my god. When I say 1980s and historical fiction, it feels like so surreal because we're already at 2020 something, so it's like 40 years ago. Yeah, so it's like the Jamaican community in the UK, and besides that, I don't really have a lot of thoughts so far, but today I do have a lot more time to read, and I just want to pop in and say hi. And yesterday I signed up actually to a workout class in the evening, and I almost didn't go, but I went anyway, and it was tiresome, but also I'm proud of myself, and I feel like that's something that I achieved yesterday. So just want to brag about it, and hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll update you guys later. A mess here, but it's all worth it because I'm baking my breakfast granola. This is something that I'm having every morning, and it's great. I follow a recipe on a website called Pick Up the Limes. Oh, she's also a YouTuber, and I've been using this recipe for years. It's really healthy and delicious. I'll link it down below if you are interested. Hello? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Hi friends, it's Wednesday morning, and I have so many update thoughts about the book Fire Rush because I am almost 100 pages in, and this book changes everything after about 40 to 50 pages because in the beginning it was a lively scene of a Jamaican community in London and how they are passing the day and night and enjoy music at night, and everybody is living to their fullest of life. There's just so vivid, and it's a vibrant environment, atmosphere. But then things actually took a pretty much dark turn, and we see a lot of their living conditions. Back in the days, it was the late 70s and 80s in the UK, and how the whole community was kind of oppressed. Among all their friends, they lost so many things, including the sense of safety, including some trust between people, including just like they have this constant fear that they need to overcome to just go by, and things have happened, and I already like two major things has happened in the first 100 pages of this book, and I assume those are the events which lead to our main character to kind of reborn into another form of herself, because in the beginning she was just a happy woman who's enjoy all her friendship, who's enjoy some relationships, who's enjoy romance and all of that, and now everything is getting more dark and intense. And I want to say that I'm liking this book more and more. The further I'm in, the more invested I am, because in the first like 30 pages or so, I don't really get what this book was talking about, like I have told you so. But now I can see what the future holds for this book, and I'm just really curious about how many growth this main character can have. And I'm sad about some of the events she already went through, but I'm not sure if that's the only sad moment. It's a heavy book for sure, and it's so far I'm really liking it, and I have some plans today. I wanted to go to a museum called Legion of Honor. There's a exhibition of John Sargent, who is an American painter, but he was inspired by all the Spanish culture and flamingos, and they have this show going on for half a year. I always planned to go, but I almost missed it because it ends on Sunday, this Sunday, like in 4 days. I do plan to go with my friends on Saturday, but I also want to go by myself earlier than that because there was some sort of tour that I can catch if I go by today, like before Friday, but my friends only have time on the weekends. So I guess that's the plan for today, and I also have a dentist appointment at 4, so I have to go to the city and visit the museum and come back to the Bay Area for my dentist appointment. And in the evening, I do have the board game meetup that I have been going for a couple of times. Last year, I feel like my social life is lacking some varieties, so I actually signed up for the board game meetup in the Bay Area, and I go almost every Wednesday if I have the time. So yeah, that's the plan for today. It's a busy outing day, and it's also something that I wanted to explore since April, that I want to set every Wednesday as a mini reset day, so I don't care about like anything related to work and all of that, so I can spend some time with myself and doing new things, so be rejuvenated for Thursday and Friday. I am a little bit tired though, to be honest, because I've been waking up 5:30 to work out since last week. So not so long, but like last night I was scrolling on the internet for too long, so I went to bed a little bit too late. It's about 10 o'clock, but from 10 to 5:30 you only get 7.5 hours of sleep. That's not enough for me. So today, I might go to bed a little bit earlier. I might just set my phone to the airplane mode after I come back from the board game night. Let's see. But I did made a iced coffee, and I will take it with me. Feel like I cannot talk because I'm tired from all the workout, and I also took a Spanish class this morning. So yeah, I will take you to the museum, and on the way I'll listening to the audiobook version of this book, and I will be able to update you about my thoughts later on. Haven't been here since the pandemic, and from the museum you can actually see the Golden Gate Bridge. How fascinating. Hi guys, I am back from the museum and also the dentist. It turned out to be quite an eventful afternoon. However, I want to update you on Fire Rush before all the activities that I've done. So I am at about page 190 in this book, and I am certainly sure, is that grammatically correct? I'm sure that this book is confusing. It's not because I didn't know anything about this book before I go in. It's just the pacing of the book is a little bit jumpy. It's a very plot-driven and action-driven book, which normally I like, but this one I feel like it didn't really have a lot of links to one another. A lot of the foreshadowing doesn't really lead to a reasonable connection, in my opinion, and it actually quite remind me of a book called Exit West, which is nominated for the International Booker Prize a couple of years ago. I feel like that book was also very well received, and a lot of people loved it, and I didn't. This book gives me a strong Exit West vibe, which I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. However, I really do like the theme that this book is exploring. All the political events in this book are quite gripping your heart, which I might need some time to process and in the end give you a review of that aspect. But so far, a lot of actions are happening in this book, and times actually not much time has passed, but things are quite jumpy, and sometimes I don't understand the decision or the action of the characters, but I am still curious about the ending of this book. So just that, I feel like I will be able to finish it, if not this evening or tomorrow morning. So I will give you an update on that. And for the museum, I thought there will be a docent tour in the afternoon, which is something that I wanted to catch, but I forgot about it. And then I just went into the museum and started to do the audio tour, which were provided by the museum. And then I saw this small group of people with like some people was explaining the exhibition, and I suddenly realized that I forgot why I went there, because I was quite tired this morning, as I told you before. So I was able to catch on the tour because they were there. And it was so, the person was so knowledgeable, and it was such an inspiring tour, and a lot of people were just chatting and sharing our thoughts about the exhibition. It's wonderful. And in the end, I asked the person, was like, do you have another tour coming up, because I missed the very beginning of the part, and she actually said there's no tour for this exhibition. She was just doing that as a docent for a small group of very special people. I'm not sure if they know each other or not, but the people who's touring did know her name. Yeah, so that turned out amazing for me, and they were very welcoming, and they didn't really say anything about, oh, you didn't sign up, or we don't know you or something. And I learned a lot, and the paintings were stunning and so lively, because John Singer Sargent is well known for his paintings of the flamenco dancers, and there was a lot of that, and also the studies. And also the like the still life, or the scenery that he painted was also very just amazing, like pure pleasure to see that. And on my way out, there was like this gentleman who fall down, and he was bleeding, but there was like a lot of people already helping him. I jumped in and directed the firefighter to the scene, so that was a little bit unfortunate for that guy, and I hope he recovers. But I didn't really have a lot of time to hang around after the firefighters came, because I have the dentist appointment. Anyhow, so a very eventful afternoon, and I learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to go to the museum to see the paintings again on Saturday with my friends. And now I'm off to the board game event. It's a really successful Wednesday reset, or like doing my thing so far, and I will update you guys later. Hi, Thursday evening. I meant to update you earlier today, but it's like another very eventful day, and also I wanted to update you after I finished Fire Rush, which I just did. That the reason why is I don't know if I will update you again. I'll just complain about it. And this book, I found myself like dragging to pick it up this morning. I just feel like it's not grabbing my attention anymore. And while I was reading the last 100 pages or so, I feel like this book is trying to do so much, like trying to deliver so many messages, which doesn't really have any focus anymore. It's like when you see a very surreal, beautiful painting, but like everything is super sharp, and it's a giant painting, so you have like so many elements, but you don't know where your eyes needs to go, because everything is just so detailed, or like so yeah, so detailed, and also so like everything is focus, which leads to no focus, which is exactly how this book feels to me. I feel like I like some of the theme it explores, and the thing is just because it tries to tell you so much. So every time I feel like I am into something, the attention quickly shifted to something else, and in the end, especially the last like 30 pages, the development just makes me go, ah. I don't understand it. And another thing I was thinking about is, it's like a really beautiful mirror, but it's broken and into like so many pieces. So when you come into this room, if you think about this book as a room, you come into like you can see how the original mirror is so beautiful, but the pieces are just like so shattered and you cannot piece them together. I just feel like this book is a little bit of a shame actually, because when I first read it, especially after the first 50 pages, I thought it's going somewhere, but in the end it went everywhere, which leads to nowhere. So yeah, I actually read some review online and a couple of my booktube friends actually liked it. I don't really understand. It's not my thing, and I'm actually happy that I'm done reading it, because at one point I wanted to put it down, but I was like, I haven't been reading for so long, and this is the first book that I picked up, and also I wanted to read it for the shortlist of Women's Prize for Fiction. So that's the reason why I didn't put it down, and now it's over. I'm glad. And talking about today, so I went to work out in the morning, and then on my way home, my car was hit from behind. It was a minor accident, and I just got a little dent on the bumper, and the person who hit me was very nice, and she's very cooperative, and I got like everything, her insurance information, her number, and all of that, and we're working to figure it out, like how to deal with it. I just want to document it here because it's the first time that my car was hit um, on the road when I was driving, like in 10 years since I moved to America. Like I didn't drive a car when I was in China, so it's like the first time of dealing with car insurance and minor accident. I'm just glad that we are both okay, and it's just like a very small thing. But yeah, that actually put on some event in my life again. I feel like this vlog is very eventful, not for the books, but for my life. So, and tonight is the beginning of another term of my Japanese class, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I have been focusing on Spanish before, like during the Japanese class break. So I'm not sure how fast I will pick Japanese up, and I feel like the teacher will ask me about my trip to Japan, which I did like 6 weeks earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna head to prepare for the class and talk to you guys later. I will try to start reading the marriage portrait tonight before bed though, so talk to you later. Hi guys, it's already the next Monday. I don't think I've updated you since last Thursday, and I'm really sorry about that because everything kind of like fell off towards the end of the week. I did the inspection in my car on Friday, and also like a lot of things happened on the weekends. I had rather busy plan and I didn't really have the time, but I still want to say hi here and close up this video because I've actually done this a couple of times before where I started a vlog and towards the end I just couldn't follow up, and I didn't upload the vlog, but this time I think rather scrap all the footage, I'll just say hi here and close off this vlog. So last week we started wanting to go back to reading strong, but actually I've only finished one book, which is The Fire Rush, and unfortunately I wasn't really enjoying it, and I think a lot of people liked it, but it's not for me. And this week I am continue reading the marriage portrait, and I think I'll update you later in a video later. So thank you for bear with me. I know a lot has happened in this week, and I should learn my lesson that toward the end of the week I'll become busier and busier and maybe have a proper ending to vlogs earlier like before the weekends. But like I said last Friday, I had a lot of things, and in addition I need to go to do my car inspection, and we needed to talk to the insurance company, and there's a lot of back and forth, and I have already had plans with friends on the weekends. It's just no one saw the car accident coming, right? So I'm kind of glad that I'm okay. Yeah, so I hope you guys somehow enjoyed this video, and I miss talking to you guys. I will see you guys in another bookish video soon, and I hope you are having a wonderful week. Bye!